Welcome to my world. We getting it in. Relax, I make this easy, you complicating the meaning. Only time will reveals the method of your believing. Are you friend or foe? I'm getting nervous, you better let me know. If there's a problem, speak now, we'll learn to let it go. Check it, by any means get respected. The lessons, the blessings, all the above. You should select it, the have-nots. Struggle that ain't got, dearly departed. We got some issues to cover, let's get this started. It's the REKK Report.
What's going on, y'all? This is I don't know, I wouldn't even count this as it's just pretty much a rant. A lot of people kind of ask me questions about how did I get started in this business, entertainment, music, all that stuff. I mean, let me just give you a quick rundown. Like I said, my name is Rekkhan. I am an artist. I am an actor, producer, author. Pretty much I do a lot of things, but that's just a quick rough cut. I've been on, countless TV shows, movies. I'm probably in my 5th album right now. I've had 4 songs that have been in Grammy consideration. I don't know. I mean, that's just a quick rough cut of, who I am. Like I said, I'm a single father. I don't know, single. I don't know what else she looking for. I don't know. But the thing is, people just ask me. They will ask me every time when I'm on set or somewhere, and it's like, how did you get into this business? How did it just happen? It here you go. Like I said, I really can't. I can just give you my version and just say, hey, it just happened. It came through music. I came in as a writer. Producer for other artists, and after a while, I will make music, sell. Some don't get sold. For the tracks that didn't get sold, I said, I started using them myself and just said, well, I'll perform on these, and the response was great. It at one point that I had A&Rs and managers coming at me, asking me to write for their artists. So that's where I get into the whole ghostwriting thing for a while, because when you're young, all you really caring about is that money. So they were pretty much say, produce this song for my mans, and saying, we'll cut you a check, and pretty much after that, I don't have any rights to that song. The same thing with writing. I will write verses for these artists, and a lot of artists that are currently still out and still doing their thing. I've written songs for them, and it was kind of like, well, let me write this. My guy, he's dope, or she's dope. She just doesn't know how to write. So I would write their songs for them, and then after that, pretty much cut that check, and then that's it. I hear it on the radio. I hear it everywhere. I'm just like, I have no rights to this song, so I've got my upfront money. That's probably one of the lessons that I learned coming up. I was just like, it was that thirstiness. You were just like you just wanted to be on it. You wanted to be right. And then after a while, once I started, making my own songs and stuff like that, I would come to these same A&Rs and these same managers, and I'd be like, yo, man, I got this project I'm working on. And they were like, well, we like what you do, but we can't put it out, because if we put it out, you'll sound like one of our artists. You'll sound like this dude because you wrote half his album and stuff like that. So it was like, well, we don't want people to compare and say, oh yeah, you sound like him, and like, nah, dude. And then I had to come to the point and be like, nah, dude, he sounds like me. Half his stuff I wrote. So my main goal was pretty much just trying to, get other people to shine. I was always into producing the next person, the next artist, and if I had to write, I would write for the next singer or rapper or whatever to get them right, because I like my position in the background. But the more stuff I put out, the more noise was made. And then next thing you know, they would call me about certain projects and say, yo, man, well, are you available to do this? Come out and do a reading. And that's what happened with acting. They got in, because of the music, they were like, hey, man, it's a part you might be good for. Come down here and read for it. And it just basically like snowballed from there. Like my first acting, I guess, opportunity came from, I did an independent project, and then after that, I got information about, Barbershop, the show, the movie Barbershop. It was actually shooting it down the street from the house. And like I said, I sent them my information. I think either the director or the producer had got in contact with me saying, yo, man, we like what you do, what you were bringing, just chill, we'll give you a holler. And it was like I said, it was barbershop. So I had pictures of me with my fro, pictures of me with my braids, fade, all this stuff. It was just a barbershop like portfolio kind of thing. And like I said, I think like few months went by and I kind of like forgot about it. And then the time when they finally called and said, yo, are you available for this, that, or whatever? I really wasn't. I was kind of like, I was on a plane. I was on a plane flying to Arkansas. Don't ask me why, but it was just one of the moments. And I look at the part, like I watched the movie and I remember the scene that they wanted me for. And I can look at it and pretty much like recite it verbatim. Was like, yeah, man, I could have nailed that. Like I said, that was like one of the points that I was just like, well, I felt, I felt bad that I missed it, but I was like, it has to be something, because it hit hard. It hit hard when it happened. And like for like 6 months, I was like, man, this is trash, man. I was like, I was there, I was in, and then something that happened, and then, but things happen. And then I got to read but that opened up more doors. So I was able to read for Save the Last Dance. And yeah, I forgot about that. Save the Last Dance. A couple other movies they shot in Chicago. I was able to audition, and pretty much they would reach out to me and say, yo, man, come through and check these out, man. This might be something for you. Even with the Save Your Last Dance thing, like they wanted me to read for the lead, which, as you can see, I'm a light dude, but it's like they wanted it to contrast with the young lady. So they wanted a darker cat. So, but then they asked me to read for this dude named Malachi. Malachi was his best friend. And they liked it. Everything was cool. But they ended up using my man from Onyx. He ended up taking that. He ended up getting that. So I was like, well, it's all about marketing at this point. It's a new movie. They want to get a big name in there. And the same thing happened with this other movie called The System Within. And we had auditions here in Chicago. And then once you made the first cut, they had the second round actually in New York. So I went to New York. We actually auditioned at the Apollo, which was like, just going to the Apollo was just great. And we auditioned at the Apollo. And like I said, everybody was cool. The star liked me, the producer, everybody was good. But then, as all things, they needed someone with a bigger name to fill that that spot. So they end up, I forgot who they got. I don't know I think they got Chingy to do that. So things happened. So as years went on, just started continuing to make more music, and then Empire came around. Now let's not go. Let's backtrack a little bit. Let's go backtrack a little bit. Well, with I had signed a deal. I got a record deal. I can't remember. I was young, dude. I was really, really young, and pretty much didn't read it. Just signed it, and because I was just so amped. I mean, I was in the neighborhood, man. Everybody's like, "You gonna blow up? You gonna blow up?" Going to everybody's houses with the contract in hand, and it was something at that time. But once I really got into it, and it was like the first time we really kind of like set up a meeting with the people, because they had been chasing me for so long. it was like, I felt like I was locked in. I was stuck. They pretty much just put me in a studio, locked the door, and just said, hey, we'll come back in a few hours. We'll come back in some hours and see what tracks you got and stuff like that. Because I was like, well, they got me as an artist. They got me as a producer. So they was like, they just wanted me to make tracks. And, you know, they were living. So I was just up in here just like, man, why am I here by myself? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I could do this by myself. I could do this on my own. So, like I said, I had a pretty rough contract. It was like 5 years. So I basically just stopped making music and stuff. I mean, I built my catalog from the, you know, didn't put anything out. But that was probably because if I put anything out, I was contracted with these guys. So they'd have pretty much got a cut out of everything that I made. It was kind of like it'd have been like some Easy type stuff, or like, you know, Easy with Dre doing the Chronic on another label. He still got paid. The same thing like with Suge or something like that. Anything something happened, Dre did something, they had their hands in it. So it was one of them business problems that I was just like, man, I can't go through that. So I played out my contract, and obviously the day after my contract was over, because it was like 5 years, a certain amount of albums, stuff like that. After that, I just started like flooding the market with everything. And that was back when, let me see, what was that? LimeWire was the joint. So with LimeWire, man, I felt like I had really made something happen, because LimeWire had like I had checked my name and my music. My music was on LimeWire, and it was constantly getting downloaded. I was just like, yo, man, cats is feeling the joints. But at the same time, I ain't getting no paper out of this. I'm not making no money out of this. I'm getting the exposure. And like I said, with the whole MySpace, I'm getting, you know, millions and millions of plays and stuff like that. But I'm like, it's not turning into anything. So I'm pretty much doing shows here, going to, you know, Atlanta, going to New York, you know what I'm saying, just bouncing around doing shows. But then, like I said, you know, life came the way it did. I ended up having a little girl, so I pretty much had to backtrack a lot of stuff just to stay in the city, or stay near the city. So like I said, just raising her, you know, by myself. So I was like, well, this is what I got to do. Responsibilities first. You know, this right here will be on the side. So I was still doing acting projects. I was still going in, doing extra work, doing background work on other shows. And then I get a call, you know, from casting on Empire, and they're like, you know, your name came up in the production meeting. The executive producer, she wants you to play this role. So, and I'm like, well, how long? You know, how long do I? You know, he's like, pretty much until they if they kill you off or whatever. And this was just this was literally right after the first season, because I had been checking for them when the first season first started. When I found out they were filming here, I was just like, yo, they filming here in the city? They doing this? I'm like, I gotta find out what's going on. So I don't know. It just came together the way it did. I was working, you know, like I said, the regular 9 to 5, and you know what I'm saying, from the warehouse to the studio, from the studio to the set. You know, if I was, you know, working as extra on some show, I was just bouncing around, just getting my face out there. And then that opportunity came, and then it kind of like, it went, everything just skyrocketed from there. Because once I came in featured, and then with me being there all the time, because I was cast as the producer and engineer for the company at the time, or just for exhibit at the time. But the thing was, my character just basically expanded from there, because like I said, I'm literally creating the music that, you know, that we're doing. So it's just like, I'm pretty much playing myself, which was like the best thing ever. So with that, next thing you know, other shows came around, other you know, movie opportunities came up, and I was getting calls directly, I was getting calls directly, and they'd be like, yo, we want you to come in and do this. I was like, okay, we'll see what happens. And then, like I said, it just spiraled from there. And now, doing as much as I do, I'm still, I'm still writing, still producing. I'm actually working on my fifth album. A few videos. I'm writing a book right now, and the book's almost done. It's a few other things in the fire, I guess, that I don't want to speak on. I guess by the time you actually hear this, they'll probably be like 99% done, because I'm not the type of person to speak on something that's not actually happening, or that's not like almost in its completion. Yeah. All I'm doing is just pretty much giving you the rundown of just how it all, what you think that this business is and what it is actually not. I mean, they say it's a whole lot of luck. It's dude, put in the work. Stop playing around and just do the work. It's like, no matter what I say, everybody's looking for this special pill, or this special, piece of information, or this special blueprint that's going to be like, if you do this, you're going to get here. And it doesn't work for everything works for, it works for every other person. Everything works, individually. It's not like something that it's a master plan, or a master, something to put you in a better position. People look at me and say, man, he's doing this, and why? He's doing this and he don't really have to. I'm like, dude, I like working, man. I like being in front of the camera. I like being behind the camera. All that stuff works for me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all is pretty much, oh, okay. A lot of y'all figure like y'all need to be in front of it. I'm not that person. In the front or behind that camera, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Behind the booth, in the booth, outside producing, that stuff works for me. The things that you might call being successful, those things don't apply to me. My thing is like, I don't my definition of success doesn't it doesn't fall into the whole thing of material items and money and all this other type of stuff. It doesn't fall into that category. Saying those things don't apply. I don't care about those things. I don't care about money, cars, I don't care about that stuff. All I care about is putting the work and making quality work, making, quality product. I've been lucky to be on a lot of shows that's all they do is try their best to make it the best that they can make it. And, I look at that, and if I'm hanging out in the props department, or I'm hanging out with the grips, or hanging out with camera, or hanging out with sound, those are the people I kick it with. You know what I'm saying? And it's because we all have this interest, because I like this part. That's cool. But that stuff doesn't move me. I like being in the back. I like to make sure that I can give someone else an opportunity. That's how it is with music. I've been able to give, artists, other producers, writers opportunities, man. Because singers, like I want other people to shine. I'm gonna be all right. My blessings or anything like that is gonna come, when they come. But my thing is, I want to make sure that everybody else is good. And some people don't want that. Some people want to be the center of everything, and they fall short because of their attitude and because of how they treat other people. I try to treat everybody with the same respect I would want to be treated like. So I just keep that in mind every time I get in. I'm in these jobs and working and figuring out should I be feeling some kind of way. I just sit back and be like, well, something's wrong. If whoever, if whatever they are in production or whatever, if they have some type of animosity or attitude toward me or whatever, or anybody that I know. It's like, personally, it's like, who knows, dude? Hey, who knows? It could be something going on internally. It could be a lot of stuff come down the food chain, and the people at the bottom get it the worst. You know what I'm saying? So it could be something that went from upper, went down, 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 down to the grips, to the PAs, to the camera, to the lighting, and all this other type of stuff, and then it gets trickled down and then end up getting taken out on you. So it got to be a bigger problem, a bigger issue, because it's like, okay, you just do you, and stop worrying about what other people are doing. Stop worrying about what other people are making. Stop worrying about where other people's positions at near cameras. Stop worrying about all that stuff, man. Stop. Go in there and be the best you. I think hopefully anybody that has worked with me directly has just seen my my attitude on set, and be like, have some type of set etiquette, man. And being like, well, I'm gonna sit in the cut until the director needs me to go here, or the PA or the AD needs me to be right here and to knock this stuff out. And I think the last thing I worked on, I was I guess, yeah, I could say it. I mean, it was a various position. I worked in a grocery store. I was a grocery store clerk, and luckily, one of my first jobs, I worked at a grocery store for like 5 years. I worked at a store called Jules. So when the area that they put me in, it was an area that I was familiar with. So I'm up in there. I'm all over the store doing grocery store work because I have experience in grocery store work, a lot of experience in grocery store work. So it turned out to be a pretty cool experience, because it was like, it's not really work. It wasn't work to me. Everything that I've done in this business, it's been work, but it's not, I don't consider it work. Like if I'm doing stunt work, or if I'm doing just if I'm walking down the street with a bag in my hand, it's not really work. I mean, of course, it's, sometimes it's maybe like 50 takes, but it's not really work to me. It's like, I like what I do. And, I don't care how hot it is. I don't care how cold it is. I'm here to do the work, dude. So let me work. Let me do my thing. Let me feel it. And I'm going to give you the best performance I could possibly give you, because that's what I'm here for. I'm not here to give anybody a hard time. And I'm hoping that nobody comes to work to give anybody else a hard time. I'm here to do the work. So that's all you have to do is just get that mindset and get the understanding of, like, we all in this together. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it's levels. We're talking about non-union, union. It is what it is. Why they get that? They union. Is what it is a union. They get the perks and all the little extra little knickknacks and the bric-a-bracs. You know what I'm saying? You non-union, you getting what they give you. Unfortunate, but it is. I mean, and most cases they want everybody to be treated and fairly, but when it comes down to, certain things, that's what the union is for. I mean, when I was, did the union, I was every union. I've been like a Teamster forever, you know what I'm saying? And most jobs I've worked at, I was a Teamster in some way. So it's like, it's what it is, man. With the union stuff, you get extra stuff because of that. When you non-union, you kind of like, yeah, well, they're not giving me, the filet mignon. They're giving me sandwiches, but I'm not getting the stuff that they're getting. I'm like, but they put in that time, they put in that work, they put in that money, they put in that effort. Once you get there, then you'll appreciate it. So everything is a come up, man. You treat it like it's you're one step away. I always treat everything like I'm one performance away, one show away from being in a better position. Yeah, because people keep thinking that it's some special road or some special plan, or I don't know, some method or something to get people, I guess, to get in a good position when it comes down to like being able to be a working actor, a working musician. There is no plan, there is no certain blueprint. It's pretty much, how hard are you willing to work? That's the drive. It's pretty much like they say, it's like 1% is I guess motivation. The other 99% is discipline. What are you trying to do? What are you doing to make things happen? Everybody comes to me when I'm on set somewhere and says, man, how can I and stuff like that. I'm like, dude, I don't have the answers for you. All I know is what, just do the work, dude. Stop looking for the camera. Stop focusing on where the camera's facing and all this other type of stuff. Focus on the work. If you're gonna be, I don't know, partner number 2, be the best partner number 2 that you are. Or if you're, if you're a perp, or you're just something, or you're a pedestrian or something like that, be the best one you're gonna be. It's like people think that people are gonna pull you to the side and say, yo, come here, I'm gonna make you a star. It doesn't work that way, dude. You got to put in that work, man. And it's all about you got a brand. You are your brand. So if you're going on these shoots, or you're going to these places and you're complaining about the hours, you're complaining about the food, you're complaining about feeling like you're not being treated properly. And I'm just like, dude, I watch it all. I'm just like, dude, they're not gonna be around, because it's part of the process. You got to pay your dues, man. So I do extra work, background work. I still do all that stuff. It doesn't. I'm just because I've been on the other side. I've had trailers, and I've had assistants and stuff like that. These are things that I deal with. But I still do regular work. I still do regular, I do auditions, whether they're video or just regular going in. It's like, but the good thing about it with the relationships that I've built in this business, a lot of directors, a lot of producers, they'll call me or text me directly, and then say, hey man, we I got a part for you. I got something you might be interested in. Why don't you come check me out? And that's pretty much how it goes. I mean, but that comes from time. That comes from being in time, from putting in that work. Because I go somewhere and it's like, man, let me hang out with you, man. They always want you in the camera. I'm gonna stand next to you. Like, dude, get away from me. Get away from me. Stop playing. Because that's not the way you're supposed. People are so thirsty on trying to get on, and I'm like, what is your definition of getting on? Because I'm cut from a different cloth. I don't, the camera, I can care less about that camera, dude. I can care less about all the other stuff. I care about the work. I love being in the background. I love being faded in the background that you don't even see me, but I know I was there. So the thing of, we're in this society, or we're in this place that people want to be seen, and they want to be able to tell their friends and look at me. Like, dude, just do the work, dude. I got some people that actually, they post about every job they get. And not only, they post it, they let you know exactly what show it is or whatever. And I'm like, dude, they tell you this in your, when they send you the email with the information, not to post about the show. Not even post about it after it airs. Don't post the day you film, the day you work, and then you put down in the comments or in saying hashtag the name of the show, because you're trying to get this instant gratification from friends and family. You get the congratulations, saying on your comments, hey, yeah, man, good, keep doing it, bro. You keep, all that type of stuff, man. It's like, stop looking for that gratification from others and looking for that instant, you know, that instant pretty much, yo, man, you doing your thing. Dude, just put in the work. It's guys that I know, man, that live stream from themselves being on set or on some set, they're actually live streaming. I'm like, dude, when they find that out, when they see that you live streaming, everybody's connected to everybody. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to, this business, I mean, if you're on Facebook or whatever, everybody's connected on that stuff. It's like, dude, this man is live streaming. He outside right now live streaming that he's on the show behind the scenes. You ain't got no job. Once the producers find out, once the ADs find out, everybody, the PAs find out, like, yo, this dude right here can't, or this dude or this girl, they can't hold their water, man. They can't just sit back and do the work. But I keep telling people, it's about the work. So, of course, you don't do anything that's gonna compromise, your morals, your integrity, and all that stuff. And that's nothing. Be able to say no. Some jobs are not good jobs. I've been approached with quite a few gigs that I was just like, I can't do that. I can't do that. And it's all because it's my personal feelings. It's like I should be able to do that, and it's like you shouldn't hold it against me. Trust me, it's gonna be somebody else in the line that's willing to put themselves out there on that level. I'm just not that person. So he's like, yeah, man, but like I had a opportunity to be in what you call, it was like an orgy or something. I was like, nah, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. I'm still building my brand. I don't want that to haunt me. 5-10 years from now, people bring that up. Yeah, but you did this what's come. I was just like, nah, I'm really too cool. And they kept calling me, they kept messaging me, offering me more money. And then I had people when I had a conversation about this, later on, it was people that were there, like, extras and background or just other actors. They were just like, you didn't do it? Why you didn't do it? Man, if they'd have gave me this. I'm like, that's the difference between me and you. You know what I'm saying? That money going to be long gone, but that video or that footage would be forever. And I mean, do you want that to be part of your, of your, of your legacy in this? I mean, don't get me wrong. I've done some stuff. I've got some video out there, some crazy stuff that I've done. But the thing is, I made those choices. And it's like, if I can own up to those things. But that's how, I mean, in that particular case, that's how porn gets started, dude. That's like, I feel for these young ladies, man, when they get into those situations like that, and then the director or the cameraman, they're like, just keep going, it's fine, just keep going. You know what I'm saying? They get smacked or something, or they start getting choked or something. Then the person's in the background behind the camera, like, yo, this looks good, just keep it going. We're gonna, like, you're getting humiliated on camera. And they're steady just pushing the envelope because they're like, well, you signed up for this, so this is what you expecting. And that's how a lot of them end up being into that porn phase. Because it's kind of like, yeah, I've seen some stuff. I've seen some videos, and I was just like, dude. And I saw the moment. In her eyes of like, yo, the dynamic just changed. I'm like, this Mark is doing it, whatever he's doing, and she's looking to try to figure out what's happening. He's like, and there's somebody in the background like, keep going, hurry up, just roll with it, it looks great. Like, yo, you already sold. You sold yourself out. Instead of just being like, nah, I'm done. A lot of people have put themselves in a situation, men and women have put themselves in compromising situations on set. And it's for the thirst, it's for the money. And like I said, the end result is like, if you can like they say, if you can look yourself in the mirror, or just basically just wake up and have no regrets about it, then you're good. But if not, if it's choking you up, hey, dude, it must be a reason. I had a situation that I was in a I didn't think I would actually speak on this, but I was I was in a suit. I was in like a suit or whatever, and I had this thing tied around this collar, like really taped around my neck, and was literally like choking me while I'm working, while I'm trying to maintain. I'm trying to stay in character and everything. And with the heat, with everything that was going on, I really started getting really, really like lightheaded. I couldn't breathe. It felt like I was losing oxygen because pretty much it was cutting me off in the neck. So I'm sitting up here pretty much dying. And I'm asking, it's so many people on this set, so many crew people on this set. Nobody, I'm trying to stop people. I'm trying to stop random crew members and just like, dude, can I take this off? Cause I'm not feeling, that's not my department. That's not my department. You have to give it with wardrobe, or you have to give with props or whatever. So I'm like, nobody from those departments are like wandering around. So I'm like, I'm trying to get anybody to just say, hey man, let this man, let him just take this off. Let him just take it off for a second. Let him catch his breath and then put it back on, because it was taped on. It wasn't like a Velcro. It was taped on. So I'm sitting up here just figuring, trying to find somebody. I went to maybe like 3 or 4 different people, and they was like, well, that's not my department. I can't really help you. But I'm literally like dying in front of them. So once I got fed up to the point, I was just like, man, this is my life. This is my life, not theirs. So I literally just started walking offset, and I walked. By the time I got near where the cameraman was, I walked past him, and then pretty much that was it. Everything went blank. I woke up. They was getting me up. I pretty much like leaned against the some of the prop stuff, and just leaned on it and just slid down. So by the time they got to me, everybody got to me at that point. Then they started picking me up. I took the thing off as soon as they took that thing off my neck, I felt immediate relief, man. I was just like, I felt I could breathe again. I was just like, cool. All right, cool. And after a while, I was just like, they was like, well, pretty much they said, you're done. You're done for the day. Go chill out in the cool, in the cool tank, or like I said, the cool tent, and just we good. Because it was to a point, like I said, I was so. Like I was already dehydrated because I had this hazmat suit on, and I was soaked. I was soaked from sweat, just soaked. Everything was out of me. But I'm just like, dude, I'm trying to get help. Nobody's helping me. What's going on? See, stories like that are those stories that you gotta like, man. That's when you gotta put your foot down and say, yo, man, I gotta make this move. So that's just one of them things that I was just like, man, y'all need to get this stuff together. But what can you do, man? You try your best, man, and it's always a moment. So nobody's immune. So you just have to make sure that, that you are, in a good space to be able to say no, or to be able to say I can't do something. And, hopefully if they whatever they take it the right way or the wrong way, it doesn't really matter, man. It's all about how you feel about the whole thing. So you got to make that choice for yourself. But that was one of the moments. And after that, I was just like, nah, if they book me for this again, nah, I'm not good. And it wasn't the fact of the job itself. It was the fact of how the production kind of treated me when it happened, or treated it when it happened. Like they was responsive after the fact, after I had already like hit, hit the bottom, but it was a preventable thing. And we had the people that wrapped up into their departments, and they're like, man, dude, I don't want to, this is my department, and I don't want to answer to it. I'm like, dude, people are literally, dying. It was one of the moments. It was like 100-some degrees. You get out there in hazmat suits. Everybody's pretty much sweating. I'm like, dude, I don't care who you are. I mean, get that person a bottle of water, get them some ice or something, because crew and production, they walking around with shorts on, tank tops. Everybody's chilling. We out here trying to, promote this scene. Everybody's like pretty much just like gasping. And it's like they're trying to give people stuff, but it's like, come on, man. give people, giving people what they help they need. So I already knew once I got into a better position, what I'm gonna do is make sure that people that I work with, if they dealing with extras or backgrounds or just actors or whatever, because the actors were straight. The principals, they were good. They had little mini fans on them, and ice packs on their neck. They was great. But background and extras people, they was just like, just let them deal with what they got to deal with. They should be happy to be here, type of sort of thing. It made you feel like that, and regardless of even how much that I've accomplished in this, in this business, and people knew me, but people know me and know my work and know my resume. They was still like, that was the one day that I wasn't a principal or anything like that. I was just just another extra. And then when they was like, damn, this is Rekkhan, woo, and I didn't hold any grudge. I just held a grudge against the people that didn't help me. I was just like, dude, people I work with, like, dude, you see somebody in need, you should help them. I like, even if I'm in a position, I'm a stand-in or something like that, and I see somebody's kind of like going through it, if they need a little, if they diabetic, they need a snack, and Crafty don't want them to touch the table because their background or extra. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna get you a Snickers bar. I'm gonna get you some chocolate or a cookie or something, so that you're good. And it doesn't cost me anything. And it's like, man, just don't put it out there like, he gave that to me. I'm like, yo, you was going through what you going through. I'ma help who I'ma help. I ain't finna walk away and be like, yeah, that's messed up, But it's a lot of that in this business, but you got to try to navigate through it and try to do the best. Be the best you, man. So if anybody out there who needs some advice, put in the work, dude. Put in the work. Stop playing. Stop thinking that somebody's gonna save you. Somebody's gonna put you on. And no, you should never think that. You should always think that I have to do this work. You know what I'm saying? Treat people cool. Treat people nice. Treat people respectful. You know what I'm saying? Even in situations you're gonna encounter people that act a certain way because of the position that they have. But the thing is, the moment you sit back and snap back, or you do something, the next thing you know, they got you. So don't let anybody provoke you into putting yourself in a negative light, because especially in my business and in the city that I'm in Chicago, so pretty much it's a small community. Everybody knows everybody. So my name or anybody's name, if they've made a mark in this business in some way, people are going to hear about it and be like, yo, did you hear that? Rekkhan did this, whatever. I remember some stuff jumped off. It was stuff going on with these other people. It was like allegations and stuff like that, and accusations on people. I was just like, I'm glad I'm nowhere near that stuff. Like, I don't do anything. Like I said, people see me, they see me coming and going. I'm saying, I don't do hugs. I don't do none of that stuff. I do head nods, and fist bumps. I don't touch anybody. I'm not a hugger. So it's like, I don't put myself in that position. But there's some people that have put themselves in compromising positions, and all it takes is an accusation. And I'm not going out like that. But, like I said, just try to be the best you that you can be, and look for opportunities that work with you, that work in your best interest. Meaning, like, you can't be everybody wants to be the person in the front and be like, well, let me, like, if I get seen, this is going to happen. And no, dude, put in the work, man. Just be the best, pedestrian you can be. Be the best, driver you can be, or whatever, man. It's just so that you can have the opportunity to keep working, to keep going, and just to building your resume up, because it's all about building your brand. So, I can't even stress it enough about building your brand. So when people hear my name or people hear your name, they should be like, yeah, I like that cat. I like to work with that cat. That cat, he's on his business. He takes care of his business. He's not on that. He's here to work. He's not here to hobnob. I'm not here to hobnob with no stars. You know, saying some celebrities. I can care less about any of that stuff. There's not a position that I was in there just like, well, let me take a picture. Can I take a picture with you? I don't do pictures. I don't do all that stuff. I don't do videos. You know what I'm saying? You know, God willing, I get to work with these cats again. But all in all, I kind of just chill, man. I come in and do the work. You know, even after everything's done, you know what I'm saying? If we talking, we chewing the fat or whatever, you know what I'm saying, between scenes, that's great. And then if we exchange information, that's great too. But man, hey man, can I take a picture with you, man, before you go? I'm like, dude, that ain't my style. So if you've seen anything that I don't have a lot of pictures of me and, you know, so-called celebrities and stuff like that. Unless, you know what I'm saying, opportunity just came about that, you know, maybe, you know, saying the set photographer decided to take a picture of us or something like that. Because I want to make sure that these people look at me like a colleague, you know what I'm saying, not somebody that's on some groupie stuff. Like, I like what they do, and they, you know, I'm just like, yeah, but I'll see you tomorrow, you know. So stop get yourself out of that mindset of trying to impress your friends and trying to impress family by posting stuff about, you know, what you're doing, or posting stuff about pretty much when it says specifically, don't post about the show or the movie or whatever until it actually airs. But people post that day. I'm here. Like, if you've ever seen any post that I've ever done vocally or whatever, I pretty much let people know, like, I'm on my way to set. You won't know what show I'm on. You won't know what, you know, what part I'm playing, because it's not anybody's business, and I abide by those rules, because they try. It's like, man, because if someone sees someone sees your page or someone sees your post and be like, yo, man, he was just here yesterday. He talking about it now, and the show ain't even jumping off until next week or 3 weeks from now. So it's like, this dude can't keep it to himself. Everybody wanna fly, but you can't build it. You know, people don't want to build in silence. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do, and then when they come out, be like, yo. Because I've had people make mistakes. They'll mess around and post online, man, check me out on this show tonight. And then next thing you know, the show airs. You don't see them. You don't get even a glance of them. And they gotta pull out a retraction comment. Like, what had happened was, you know, my scene, or they had me, it hit the cutting room floor. But I remember the camera was like right there on me. It's like, dude, stop trusting that camera, dude. You know what I'm saying? Watch some stuff. See what you know. If you see yourself, screenshot yourself and go from there, man. But don't be making these blanket statements and you don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You ain't seen the final cut. You know what I'm saying? So, but you're sitting up here, you're so thirsty for that congratulations. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing your thing, bro. Blah, 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 man. Stop. You know what I'm saying? It happens so many times, and I see it, I'll be like, dude, why did he post that? Or why did she post that? And then when you see it, you're like, I ain't even see her. Like, that's messed up. Now she got to put a statement out, or he got to put a statement out saying, you know, or try to delete that picture, you know, delete that post. But it didn't had probably 20, 30 people already comment on it. You know what I'm saying? You know, you doing your thing. It's all that. So, and that's messed up. Excuse me, you got to stop doing that, you know. Stop doing that. Treat this business like any other job, man. You ain't posting about your regular 9 to 5. I like my 9 to 5. I worked at you know, window factory. I worked at Jules for a while. I worked at UPS for a while. I ain't never posted no pictures about me working. Like, yo, who cares, dude? Like, yo, I'm here working, getting this money, working these hours, hard labor. Yeah. Watch, check me out. Nope. You see me, if I post anything, I post regular stuff. I post if I hit the gym or something like that, I'm getting it in. Or just some inspirational, get your butt up, rise and grind. That's what I do. But it's like, people want, you know, I don't want people knowing what I'm doing. You know, and if it has to come out, I mean, that's what we got publicists for. You know, I got people that do that sort of thing. If I tell my publicist something, you know, just in a conversation, she'll want to put it out like immediately. Like, I need to put this out. Like, no, you don't. Just chill. Let me build everything together. And then once everything is done, I give you the information. You go from there. But that's their job. You know what I'm saying? I can care less about publicity and all that type of stuff. I mean, I want you to buy the music. I want you to watch the shows. I want you to buy the books. But it's like, I have somebody else do that stuff for me. I don't need to do everything, which I'm used to doing everything. So it's like, I want to be at a point where I don't have to. So me promoting, of course, I'm gonna promote my own stuff, and I'm gonna promote every show that I've ever been on, even if I'm not on the show. You know what I'm saying? Because I like the show. So don't promote some stuff just because you're on it, or don't promote some stuff because you know, or that one time because you were in one episode. Promote the show for what it is. If you like that show, trust me, here's the thing that people don't know. They don't know. Somebody's always watching. Let me repeat that. Somebody's always watching. Somebody's always watching. Whether if you're on set, if you're online, somebody's always watching. And you want to be like, well, hey, you know, he looks out. He promoting the show. You know, he promoting this, or he's doing what he's doing. I do everything like nobody's watching. I don't care, because I don't care. I put out what I want to put out. But if it's a show I like, I shout them out. If it's an actor I like, I shout them out. If it's a director I like, I shout them out. You know what I'm saying? Producer I like, I shout them out. Artists, whatever, I shout them out and just be like, yo. The thing is, nobody wants to get praised to anybody. Everybody wants stuff to be brought to them. Like I said, I don't have no problem giving somebody their flowers and saying, yo, I work with this director. She was great, or he was great. Shout them out and be like, yo, man, let you know they was appreciated. You know what I'm saying? For, putting me on and putting me in a position of working with them. Because like I said, when you dealing with, in this business, when you're dealing with like, acting and stuff like that, they got a wall. They got a list of people, a wall with a bunch of faces. And the director or somebody is like, yo, number 5 is cool. Let's use number 5, or let's use number this. And it's like, if you get picked into that, you know what I'm saying? You just be happy that you got in that position. You know what I'm saying? Because out of that 50 people or that 100 some people, they saw you and they was like, well, we want this person. That's why I'm always grateful for any opportunity that I've received in this business, because they knew the name or they saw the pictures. It's like, yo, man, he'll make a perfect, he'll make a perfect whatever. So that's the key to it. Put it in the work.